Right, Taurus, let's see what's happening for your general reading for 5 till 12 May. Taurus, dealing with a Taurus. Where have you got Taurus in your chart? We're going to take a look at career, goals and money. Then we're also going to take a look at relationships, some direct messages from source, and clarify everything for you, ending off with a message from source as well. I hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to my channel. I'm Adrian Nelson, Psychic Tarot Reader, General Reader for Taurus. Let's see what we got. Beautiful, beautiful Taurus. What is it that you need to know? What is it that you need to be aware of? What will be to your benefit? What do you maybe want to steer clear of? You know, it's usually good when we have these answers because we can save ourselves a whole lot of misery in life. All right, there we go. Cards are hot. Okay, I'm just waiting for one to pop and then we can start. If any of you are interested in learning to read card readings or spiritual development, do check out the links for my courses in the description. Alrighty, let's see, what do we have? We're going to start with this one. So this line is for career, money and goals, life dreams, life aspirations. Then we are looking at relationships. Things are looking good for relationships there, hey? Very good. I like that. And especially if maybe one of you are dealing with an Aquarius or you've got strong Aquarius in your chart, that could be very beneficial for you. Okie dokie. Let's get started. If you come across something in this reading that really resonates with you, Taurus, claim it for your heart by placing your hand on your heart, taking a nice deep breath and saying yes to it. Okay. You can even comment with I claim it for myself. So looking here at career, money and goals, we've got the Five of Cups, the Empress energy, which is a Venus energy. It's about beauty and pleasure. Venus is also about the power of attraction. What are you attracting into your life? What are you drawing into your life? Maybe some worries about love. Could it be that relationships might be having personal relationships? It doesn't just have to be romantic. We're going to look a little bit here when we look deeper. But could it be that those are maybe impacting, your professional life, your career, your job, your goals? Might have to look at it, a little bit like that. And also just the heart and the soul. And then the Page of Pentacles. So I see that for many of you, you may have been struggling in your career there for quite a while. And when we look at tarot, and this is something that I like to explain, is that the energy actually affects everything. So sometimes we just look at career and we just look at love and stuff like that, but it's all sort of the same energy that is causing things to happen in your life or not to happen, or progress faster than you can cope with or slower than you'd like it to go. It's usually determined by what's going on in our subconscious mind, in our energy, in our core beliefs about ourselves and our values and our worth and those things. And I can see that for some of you, you have really tried here to keep things together, and it's been really, really tough. Okay, there's some forgiveness that needs to be done. You need to apologize. Others need to apologize, possibly. But whatever the case may be, it's time to move on from the past and move on to the present. It's almost like there is a present opportunity, a really great opportunity that can really push you forward, that you might not be fully utilizing, that you might not be fully sort of like encompassing for some reason, and it's got to do with some of this forgiveness that needs to be done here in the past. It's how do I say this for you? You need to set right the past in order to move forward prosperously. That's basically it. Okay, so forgive so that you can shine, that sort of thing. All right. The Empress, that's very good coming. There's a lot of promise here for you. All right, there's a lot of promise for you in career, in money, in goals, and maybe everything is not happening exactly the way that you want it to go. Maybe you prefer that it goes a little bit faster, go in a bit of a different direction. But what I can tell you is that everything appears to be right on track, exactly the way that it is, that you want it to be. And you want to start thinking about what is it that you want in your life. What is the next step that you want to take from this grand opportunity that is presenting itself? Okay, because there is a grand opportunity that's presenting itself, beautiful, beautiful Taurus. But what do you want from it? But that does mean that you need to sort of encompass it, give it a chance, and do the forgiveness that is holding you back. All right, let's look at relationships. So at relationship, this is love, close relationships, friends, family, loved ones. You've got the Three of Stars, which is the Three of Wands. You've got the King of Pentacles, and you've got the Star energy, Aquarius energy. That is the one that I was speaking about that is so good. Yeah, all right. So Three of Stars, Three of Wands, emotions, fire energy. fire energies that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel you're being exactly where it is that you need to be, even though you may feel that you need to make some changes. So if you are with a person right now, then, obviously use your own logic here, but you are meant to be with that person. If you are single right now, you are meant to be single. Be what you are. All right, don't try to change that. Be what you are, where you currently are, because sometimes we feel that, well, I must be with someone or I must get out of this connection, and in that sense you could be missing a lesson, a reminder that you then have to retake this challenging class that you might currently be in to get that lesson. Okay, King of Pentacles. This is really incredible, and again it ties up with your career, money and goals. So it seems like money was a problem here in your connections. Money, position, maybe you weren't sort of like having the same sort of social standing. Basically one was doing better than the other, or you were both struggling together. I feel that finances, money, living arrangements, time, my kids, your kids, that sort of thing, placed a lot of strain on your connection. And in many of you, you needed to grow sort of like separately on your own. So even if you were, there may have been a physical separation, or if you are with someone, it may have feel like, you may have felt very ghosted in an actual connection, but now everything is coming together again here with the star energy, so everything is flowing again. So if you kind of imagine that you are like, there's a big river over, like say that's the ocean, and you've got these two rivers that are flowing towards the ocean, they form like one river then flowing down. There were some challenging things here that needed to be dealt with. Maybe there were some blockages in the flow that needed to be resolved, and I see that being resolved for you now. Okay, messages from source for you: Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Stars, Page of Wands. So challenges popping up. Oh hell yes, definitely challenges popping up there for you. What do I do? What is the next step? Where do I go from here? That sort of things. A lot of those challenges are coming up, and the universe is saying to you now, don't you worry, because whether you actually realize this or not, a lot of your problems, even things like confidence and how you view your body, and maybe physical things like your hair falling out, or bad problems with your skin, or stomach ulcers, or sore feet, or whatever, lower back pain, all of that was basically linked with money, with stability, and that is being resolved for you. So everything else consequently gets resolved as well. All right. And if you like that, you claim that for yourself. You place your hand on your heart, nice deep breath, and you say yes to it. Okay. Page of Staffs, Page of Wands. There's opportunities for you going forward where you can really. Okay, let me rephrase that. So for a lot of you, you have been living, I can always say hand to mouth, with absolutely everything, not even just food and money. And it's almost like you didn't feel like you had any control of your life, like you had any choices. You just had to do this now because this is what was available, and if you didn't do this, then everything falls apart, type of thing. You're moving past that, where you can actually choose, consciously choose, what do you want your next sort of like phase in life to be like. All right. Let's clarify, my beauties. Let's clarify, my beautiful Taurus, and we're going to start clarifying your career, money, and goals here for you first and foremost. What is it that beautiful Taurus needs to know? What is it that they need to be aware of? What are the challenges that they can work through? What is some of the guidance here for you, beautiful Taurus? If you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, I'm going to really appreciate it, because it helps my channel to grow. What do we have for Taurus, please? What is it that Taurus need to know? What is it that they need to be aware of in career, money, and goals? You see, some of you are feeling very stuck because no cards are coming out. And sometimes when you shuffle cards, you even feel like, okay, well, I can go ahead and start drawing them now. I'm not getting that feeling. It's like you're going in this loop, and you see it's time for you to leave the loop. It's time for you. It's time for you to get out of the loop. It's time for you to leave the loop behind. There with the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles is following that, and then that is very shortly followed there by the Moon energy, Piscean energy, and the Moon energy is all about introspection and dreams and hopes. The Moon is about your emotions and your feelings and your habits and your self-image, but also your insecurities. Okay, it's time for you to really face up to you. And this is a question, that might be very difficult. That might be very difficult for you to face, beautiful Taurus, and you might not like to face it. I want you to know that I'm not being judgy here, but have you really been doing your best? Like honestly, have you really been doing your best? Because I feel that for some of you, it's time for you to really start doing your best now. All right? Be careful of emotions. Emotions that says to you, oh, well, nothing is going to work out. I can just as well sit here and feel sorry for myself. No. That's self-sabotage. Okay? Be careful of those things. Because it's time for you to really start doing your own thing. It's time for you to start taking some action steps. All right? It's time for you to start taking some action steps in your life. What is it that you want, and what are you prepared to do to get that? And it starts with honoring your emotions, honoring your feelings, honoring your dreams. What do you want? What do you want your life to be like? How would you like to experience your life? And when you start to think about that, you might be very surprised to find out, like, say you've got this big dream, you'd like to do this, and this is how you'd like to do your life and your home and your job and your kids and your friends and all of those sort of things, and this is how you want to dress, and so forth and so forth. Maybe if you're like me, you want to buy yourself some very spunky tarot decks and things like that. But then when you start to think about it, you may, to your greater surprise, realize that you've got a lot of sort of like inner resistance coming up, sadness, fears, anger, and also pay attention to what are the thoughts coming up, what are the words coming up, what is the naysaying coming up, and then asking yourself, where does this come from? Is this my voice, or is it maybe somebody else's voice? Could it be that at some point in life you were told, well, you can't do that, because of fill in the blank, don't set your sights too high, because if you set your sights too high and you're disappointed, just imagine how disappointed you'll be. That saying that people have of like, what is it now? Dream big but expect the worst. Like, why would you be expecting the worst? Because you get what you expect. All right. So you want to see, when you do expect the great things, what is the conflict that is coming up for you, because those are areas that you need to heal and work on. Okay. So definitely some things need to be worked on. You again with that Five of Cups there also. There are emotions here, unhealed emotions, trauma, childhood patterns. Things are holding you back, and it's time for those things to stop holding you back. But only you can give yourself permission to move on, move forward. All right? Because you need to also acknowledge it. Let's look at your romance, relationships. So we've got the Two of Cups. So that's very good for relationships. We've got the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and also the Judgment energy there, the releasing energy there. Pluto energy. Pluto energy is coming through quite strongly at the moment, because we've got this huge, like 5,000 plus astronomical cycle that is ending. And obviously, when you look at that in astrology, then because astrology is obviously measured by astronomy, among other things, but predominantly, a big cycle is coming, a big purge has come to an end. Everybody's been waiting for this new world, this next generation, this age of Aquarius, this 3D to 5D. Well, it's happening now, okay? And it's beautiful for you in relationships, beautiful Taurus. Things are coming together. Health improvement, love improvement, life improvement, peace improvement. Things are coming together for you in love, all right? Things are coming together for you in love, which is really, really, really cool, okay? You are on board with someone here. You on board, they on board. And also it's important for you to be on board with yourself. So when you're on board with yourself, other people get on board because they mirror your energy. So do the introspection within yourself, but also now as you do the difficult work, you won't be alone in it. There are some releases that need to take place. There are some cycles that are ending in your life, Taurus. So there's some people leaving, there's some new people coming in, and it's important to remember that there are people leaving, but there are also people coming in. You are not left to your own devices, all right? It's also important to remember in a space like this is that you may feel that the people that you should have been able to depend on, it might feel that they are now leaving your life. But also remember that when we try to hold on to people and energies that are leaving, and they are meant to do so, we actually begin to cause disharmony, because life has got an ongoing flow. When we try to hold on to things, we actually go against the flow, which then serves to our detriment as opposed to our benefit. Okay. Clarifying message from Source here, which is a card that went in reverse. So Three of Wands in reverse, King of Wands in the upright position, and the Three of Pentacles. All right. So you might be, just be careful of this, Taurus. You might be trying to hold things together the way that they are. All right. And when we do that, the question is actually that what you want to ask yourself is, am I doing this from a point of fear, or am I doing this from a point of love, comfort, and inner peace? Because I feel that for some of you, it's like you want to keep your sanctuary together. It mustn't change. This is how it is. This is how it must stay. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks if it changes. But the thing about it is that when we don't allow life to flow in the way that it's meant to flow, we cause disharmony, especially for ourselves. All right? So what falls apart, let it fall apart, and what comes together, let it come together. Try to have faith in the idea that the universe has got your back. Okay? Let's see what we've got here for your message from Source, a final message from Source for you to end off your reading, beautiful Taurus. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, so you got this. The Four of Swords, you are ready for new, and the King of Cups. So this is a really, really cool overall message for you, because you are ready. Your brain is ready, your mind is ready, your thoughts are ready, you are ready spiritually, emotionally, mentally. It's like you want to embrace your power. It feels like you're kind of skipping out of your power a little bit here and there, you know, saying like, well, you know, this is working, so why fix it if it ain't broken? Nobody's talking about breaking anything here, but I feel that you need to make some decisive steps in your life. Don't just go with the shiny objects and go with the flow and make the easy choice. What do you want? And as when you become clear about what you want, the light will shine up and you can follow that light. You are ready for more. It's time for you to step into your power and your next level. And if you don't, you might start, you know, feeling disharmony. Okay? And King of Cups, you are ready for love. You are ready for that next step of love. You are ready to show up in a powerful, dynamic way for your highest good. And everybody will benefit as well. Everybody that's special to your heart will benefit as well. Okay? So that's what I got, Taurus. I hope that it helps. If any of you are interested in a deeper exploration, you can always book a personal reading with me. Details are down below in the description. And I'll see you next time.